Good morning, beautiful people. Dr. Eve here. Hope all is well. Good morning. You guys, I have found me a new sitting spot and I'm super excited about it. You guys, I had to turn in early yesterday because I swear I was completely wore out. I have, sometimes we might have to take a vacation away from the house if you are gardening so that you don't feel compelled to keep going. Hey, Atharv, all the way from India. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. I am doing well. However, I am a little sad this morning because I discovered that my rose bush has the virus called rosette and it is not curable. So I have got to do an emergency removal. And the thing about it is I am not in the physical, I don't have the physical capacity to do it today. I'm so tired. My goal was to rest today. My goal was complete rest because I was feeling overwhelmed and I've been just pushing that wheelbarrow and putting down the wood chips, and my body just said, "Look, I'm tired." And we have to listen to our bodies. And so I was at the local Lowe's yesterday, and I was looking at some of the clearance plants because I really do love to bring things back to life. I think that's just the very nature of who I am, breathing life into the vision and dreams of others, and that would be plants as well. Um, and I saw a lady there. We were talking about bringing things back to life and how I had several rose bushes that I bought last year that were almost dead. And I literally bought them, and they're absolutely beautiful in another area, in another rose bed. But she was mentioning how she would never ever put another rose bush in her garden. And she said because this area is known to what is called the rosette virus. Now, I would have never known about that virus had I not spoken with this lady. And so I stopped and said, "Well, what is that?" Because I got roses and I want to make sure that, I don't have that. She said, and she looked it up and she showed me a picture of it. And the sad part is, I noticed that I had this really bright red leaf on my rose bushes. They are already in, they're big, they're nice, they'd already bloomed so many beautiful blooms. But so after she shared that with me, I came home and examined the plant, and I said, well, I don't see like the spiny little spines, because the indicator that it's the virus is that it has like lots and lots of thorns. They call it the witch's broom. And I so night fell because I didn't see it on that particular leaf. She said, also don't mistake that sometimes you'll get a new branch that's red too. So don't think that all rose bushes have this virus. But go back and look. So this morning I came out and looked at the shoots, and sure enough, I looked at the shoots, and the shoots of the new blooms have the very, very spiny thorns. And so rosette is a type of it's a virus that is caused by a mite. It only attacks roses. The sad part is I have another one right next to it. So I'm probably going to have to take both of them out. The other sad part is on the other side. If I don't get this out carefully, I have two more on the entrance of the garden on the other side that could possibly be impacted. So I'm not sure what to do at this point, whether to take them all out or not. But I know at least two of them have got to go. And the sad part is that I planted these roses in memory of other people, and of people that I lost, or family members. I just plant, a rose bush, or I plant. But now I know I better plant a fruit tree, because baby, I spent a lot of time with those roses, and when they started blooming, I was really excited about it. So I think I'm sitting here trying to, gather my thoughts after discovering that it is in fact rosette. What will I do getting it out, and then what will I do next? So I don't know if you have rose bushes or not, but this virus is not curable on these roses, so they have to come out. So I'm going to have to carefully remove them today, because you have to get them out quickly. Once you notice it, you have to get them out. So although that wasn't the goal today, it has to be the goal today. My goal today was to work in the vineyard. No, actually, my goal today was to rest, but I can't. So this is what I did yesterday. So let me just show y'all. I put in my pathway yesterday, and I also laid some turf. So this is the pathway I put down yesterday, which I absolutely love, and this is the turf that I put down yesterday right here. So I would have at least one dry area in the garden to be able to just relax, just relax and get some sun in the morning. Or if I want to exercise, I can do that here. It won't be muddy, because when the ground gets wet in this particular area, gets high grass. So my goal was to get rid of the grass, because I'm not irrigating no grass. You know? Did you know that grass is the number one irrigation, that people just irrigate grass? I don't understand that. If we out here irrigating grass, can we just be out here irrigating some food? The turf it is. I love it. Yep, I love it. So I'm putting in another greenhouse over here. So this is the greenhouse. So I'm going to put in another one, two more greenhouses here, one here. I'm going to put in one for herbs, and I'll put in another one for perennials. So, but the vineyard was what I was supposed to be working on today over there, to get those other grapevines in. But everything is looking beautiful, but the rose bush is right there where my finger is. There's two of them right next to each other, and I got to get them out today. And boy, I don't want to. I didn't do anything. What do you mean violation detected in live to avoid a 1-day suspension ban? But I haven't done anything. Y'all, did I do anything? Well, I'm gonna follow their instruction, because I don't want to. Oh, it's fake. Don't worry. Okay. I'm like, well, what in the world? I haven't done anything. Okay, that's awful. Why do people do such awful things? He's doing it again. Okay, well, if I get banned for 1 day, I'm just gonna get banned because I didn't do anything. So, back to, okay, let him be, because we not worrying about him, okay? And we not worrying about him, and we not gonna expend any energy on him either, okay? Right? So I can't. I put this turf down also for my grandchildren because they're coming at the end of the month. I'm so excited. I was preparing for them so that they can have a little swimming area, because they are 6 and 3, soon to be 4. 6 and 3, soon to be 4. And they love to play outside. They love to play in the backyard. This South Pacific. Yeah, they are. I noticed that they come in and they come in deep. They come in a lot at one time. And then when you don't talk to them, they leave or they delete their comments so you don't get any credits. They be doing some really weird stuff. So let them. But I am going live every day to build relationships with my community around the things that I'm doing and around the things that maybe I can help them with because we're all on this journey together. And who would have ever thought that I would have walked out here and discovered that I would have discovered that I have a virus in this garden in my rosette, my roses. The good thing is it doesn't affect other plants because that was my worry. Man, if something could take out a whole rose bush, you cannot fix it. Why in the world would it's discouraging. It makes me not want to. Certain, I see those squirrels back there doing their thing. It certainly makes me not want to put another rose bush over there. So I'm thinking what I might do is put rose put some roselle over there because roselle is a hibiscus. So I'm gonna treat the area. They said just make sure you get the root ball out. So I had been wondering where I was gonna put my roselle anyway. Maybe I have the solution because roselle loves water, and that's also a fruit. That's where I had my fruit last year. I had them over there in that area. They love sun. And so that may just be what we be doing this year is putting the roselle over there in place, and I might just pull all of the rose bushes up. So because I believe that all of the roses over there are probably affected. I have another rose garden though, and I have some roses on the front. My fingers are getting numb from holding this phone. I don't know what that's about. But at any rate, we're gonna switch it up. So I think that that's what I'm gonna do. Atharv is put in the roselle fruit hibiscus, so that that'll be beautiful because they get really really big and they get a lot of fruit. And I now have they need space. They need a lot of space because the figs, the blackberries, and the crab apple is on the back fence now, so I can't put them there. I have a ton of blackberries, three figs, and a crab apple. On this side, I have the vineyard, so can't put them there. That's going to be all grapes. But I'm gonna pull up these roses. That's what I'm gonna do because I that was disappointing. I've got some roses out front. Hopefully they won't, you know. They say the mite can just travel from garden to garden. Or it could have traveled on my tools, because sometimes your tools, I'm just hoping it's not the one in the front that was affected, that caused the virus because I used the same tool and because I didn't know. And so you don't know what you don't know. But look at that. You see that grapevine? Not the grapevine, but that is a olive tree, and I actually have an olive. I have olives growing. So this is going to be my Mediterranean area because they don't like a lot of sun. They don't like a lot of. They have to have part shade, and so this area is where my back there is a little garden. That's where my avocados are. Putting my not grapevine, avocados, my olive tree, everything Mediterranean that doesn't like a lot of sun. I also have some, what are these called? Moringa, moringa trees that are, things over here are very new because I grow from seed. So things are very young and small, and so I'm excited that they're growing. And so I'm learning to grow from seed. I planted a lot of things in the back areas. I planted cucumbers, tomatoes, tomatillos, peppers. I need to get some more things out of the greenhouse. I need to get some squash and some zucchini down. So today, I can't do it today. We had a big rain, and plus we're supposed to get more rain. They said 70% chance of rain today, but that could, oh, look at the red bird. Y'all get so many beautiful birds here too. I'm thinking about sitting here some mornings and just grabbing my camera. That's a cardinal. It's so beautiful. Oh shoot. He in the blackberries. They not ripe though. I'ma have to cover those because he is in that blackberry. He is not playing. Y'all, he is in that blackberry bush. But they are not ripe, so he knows they're there, but they are definitely not ripe. So I'm gonna have to cover that with some bird netting because he knows it's there and he's way down in there. And before long, they'll be calling their friends. They'll be calling their friends. Hey, and they have to have a place to prop. So, but I thought they was up there, and there's a mulberry tree up here. So I was hoping that they would just stay over there, because the last time I put down bird netting over here, the blackberries kept getting caught the in the netting. So every time I would pull them off, the blackberries would pop off as well. What I'm gonna do is put some tulle over them, because the tulle, I can use a clothespin and pin it to the branch and just keep the birds off that way, and it keeps the fruit safe as well. So that may be what I'll do. I got three more blackberries bushes to put in as well. Ugh, yeah, I was really planning to rest today. Would you like to see this thing I was talking about, Athar? This virus that happens to rose bushes. I figured I might as well show you since I've been talking about it. Let me show you. I was getting some good rest. They're doing something back here in this creek. Let me see if I can get this. He was down in there. I knew he was going to get gone as soon as he felt my presence. So, yeah, let me see if any of these are. Oh, they're not red enough, but he was probably in here. They're about ready to be though. They're about ready to start ripening. Yeah, and they are beautiful. Look at this. These the blackberries. Aren't they beautiful? So many of them. Yeah, I better I better get in here and put something over them because they are coming for these berries. They are plentiful. So this is the blackberry patch. This is the raspberry patch. And that's the grapevine. And there's so many grapes. So many grapes. I just hope the birds will let them fruit though, because they just in here just grabbing stuff. All right, so let me show you this. I gotta watch it out here because I got some holes in the yard and I don't need to fall in them. These are the figs. I put 3 figs in, but here's this rose bush, and here's how you tell. If you look real close, you'll see the spines. You see all those thorns? It's called the witch's broom, and this is what happens when a rose bush is infected by the mite. It has a lot. That's the indicator. The leaf will start to turn like this, but it's an indicator that the virus is present. But in order to determine whether the actual virus is present, you're really looking for those spines. You see those needles? You're looking for the excessive spines, excessive needles. So sadly, it looks like it might be happening here too, which is on the other side. There's the red leaf that's present. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to take all of them out because I'm noticing it on this one too. You see the spines? It's the excessive spine. So it looks like both of them, all 4 of them are affected. And these actually were in the opening of the garden. I mean, the opening of the opening of the orchard. All 4 of those trees, they were at the opening of the orchard. So I'm going to have to take them out. And that's not going to be easy. That's some hard work. Ugh. I guess I better muster up my strength for that because that's a job. Whew. Jesus, that's going to be some work. I'm so sad. That really makes me sad. But we'll get them out. Let's go ahead and get them out. Y'all hear all them birds? We have so many baby birds. Hi. Okay, guys. I just came to tell you all about what was going on in the Rose area and what I'm going to have to do. And it's very hot today. But I'm going to go put down a piece of plastic and start cutting them out because I it's a matter of it's an emergency, so you can't keep them there. It's not curable. There's no more roses over there. I'm not going to put any more over there, and I'm just going to pray that the rose bed over here doesn't get affected. Mm, 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 mm. That's really sad. That makes me sad. All right. All right, everybody. Now that I have told you all what is the observation of the day, every day we make an observation in the garden and we have to figure out what our job is going to be that day. While I have these other tasks on my list to do, sometimes you have to deviate away from the plan so that you can um, provide intervention. As a grower, as a learning grower, um, I am learning every day. We're all on this journey together. And I'm so grateful that I met the lady at the Lowe's yesterday, big box store, and was able to have that conversation because I would have never known. That rose bush, I could have put another rose bush or some more rose bushes over there, and it would have killed them all because there is currently no cure. That's the sad part. There is currently no cure for it. So, but what you can do for if you do have other roses in your garden, you can go ahead and keep neem oil on them so that the mite doesn't get to them. So I'm gonna make sure I treat my other roses and with neem oil, go around the front and check those as well because I don't know where the mite came from, and I could have brought it back here, so I need to check the ones in the front as well, because I could have brought it back here on a tool, like I said. So you have to sterilize your tool. So we're about to chop down these. We're about to take them out, and whatever I put back there will be fruit. So that is what we're going to be doing, so that we maintain, the orchard. Uh, Maintain the integrity of the orchard, that we don't have roses in there compromising um, the space. So, but the beautiful thing is that even though I have to take those out, the rose, whatever that is that affected the rose, does not affect other plants. So that does give me some sense of joy knowing that I don't have to worry about other plants being destroyed. So I will keep you posted on the area. I will keep you posted on what's happening back there, on whatever I replace back there. Keep you show you what the progress. We may just use it as a running. I may just let the watermelon run down there this year. I might just, because we had a volunteer watermelon, volunteer watermelons. I didn't know you, but we got a whole crop of watermelons growing. So we may just let the watermelons run on down that vine, run on down that highway over there, and do their thing. Like that, just let it be the watermelon patch this year. Um, yeah, because they're already growing. They're already growing, and they're outside of that orchard, but we will figure it out. We can always do a trellis. I'm not sure. They're young enough right now also for me to remove them and put them somewhere else. So we're going to see y'all, but looks like your girl got some work to do today, even though she wanted to rest. No rest for the weary. No rest, because what we going to do is, this is a beautiful garden and we got to keep going. We got to keep making progress. We are in the middle of May, and so much more growing time. Summer has not hit yet. June, summer will be here before you know it. And we want to make sure that we are not working in the intensive heat. I do would love to burn this rose bush, but because it's been wet, um, the fire pit is wet, and I don't think I can burn anything in there. I don't think I can burn anything. Hey, Reverend. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about this dreadful rose virus, but you're going to catch the replay because about to hop off of here because I got to get these four rose bushes out of the ground. So I'm going to put a big piece of plastic down and get to digging. All right. Talk to y'all later. Hope you have the most amazing day. Whatever you do, don't let no one get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to become in this season. Our seasons do indeed change. I'll catch you on the next video.